owned home where you walked in, you said, I love the house, but I hate the yellow bathroom, or I hate the pink bathroom tile. If you're just joining us, my name is Bill. This is called Do It Yourself. We've got the president of this fabulous company called Resinize with us, and his name is Tom McLaughlin. You're gonna get a chance to meet him in just a moment, but look at this bathroom. If you bought a house and your bathroom had a yellow tub and a yellow commode, and you're like, oh yeah, not in my house, you can change it. You can change it effectively, and yes, if you can hold a paintbrush, you can use this two-part epoxy system that includes a color and a finish, and all you'll do is you'll choose between the finish types. Let me just show you the colors, and then we'll get right to our special guest. You choose black gloss. You could choose the black satin or black matte. So the first set is black, and again, it's either gloss, satin, or matte. Then we've got pearl gray, khaki, or slate gray. And by the way, these are very modernized colors, but they can be traditional as well. Ash white, off-white, and white, optical white. I love the pop red, because if you've got an ugly, ugly, ugly bathroom and you want to add a color like red to it, you can do that. We have red, we have oatmeal and plum. Please welcome Tom McLaughlin to the show, who's going to show you, me, and everybody else in America how simple it is to redo a bathroom or a kitchen or any hard surface, right?
Absolutely, Bill. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Well, you know, you've been on before, and everybody loves your product. Excellent. So it can be even tile.
Yes, absolutely. It goes on any surface. And what you just showed is what's most amazing about it. You can have a bathroom that looks horrible and looks so dated, and in a weekend project, you can recreate it to what you want.
Now we have, what, about 1,600 sets of all colors. And Tom, let me ask you to start with, because a lot of people, they hear about epoxy and they think, God, that's gonna be so nauseating.
No.
Does it have an odor, and is it dangerous to smell this? Is it toxic?
No, not toxic, no odor. It's not one of those products where you have to evacuate your house or you have to wear a mask. No VOCs, easy to put on. As Bill said, if you can use a paintbrush or a roller, you can resinize your entire bathroom or your entire kitchen.
So now you're gonna receive 2 containers with any color you choose. You're gonna receive the color, that's the pigment, and then you're gonna receive the actual coating that's gonna give you either a gloss, satin, or matte finish. Am I correct?
That's exactly right.
So now tell me, how easy is this to apply?
So here we go. If you, as I said, if you can roll, you can go right on top. So imagine this is the yellow tile you were talking about, Bill, or your mom's house that you want to change. This is how easy it is. Now, this is one of those things that people would think is impossible. How can you go on top of tile? Because if you put regular paint on top of tile, it would flake off or scratch off, and in no time, you'd be back to the same problem you started with.
I assume you should not attempt to use this on top of a painted surface.
What you can do is you can put it right on top of a painted surface. If you prep it well, you put a little bit of sanding into it to get it roughed up, and then all of a sudden, you can resinize it. Now, that's an epoxy resin. The way I would describe that, that has an industrial strength toughness. If you think about boats, boat hulls have epoxy resins on them. They can withstand the test of being under salt water all the time.
You know, the nice thing about this product is that if you can roll or if you can use a brush, you can apply it. And you know, there could even be a floor. Like, let's say you've got an ugly, ugly floor in a small area of the washroom that has an old laminate that's ugly, and you're not ready to spend the money to rip it up and replace it. You buy this. I mean, listen, this is only $59.95 at a price break, and it's free shipping, so you could try it. Get it home. I'm gonna say this, and I told Tom this, my biggest fear is you're gonna order 1 tub and go, dag nabbit, I needed 2. So how many square feet will this cover?
Each container will cover about 25 to 30 square feet. So as Bill said, you get a color container and a finished container together. You can cover about 25 to 30 square feet with those. Again, different surfaces. If it's a wood surface, they tend to be a little more porous. If it's a enamel or a porcelain, it covers really, really well.
Well, I zoomed over here because every one of us that have either gone looking at homes with a friend, family member, or for ourselves have walked in where if it's an older house, you see some of those 1920s, 30s, or 40s, or maybe 1950s bathrooms that features, oh, could be a green sink, it could be a yellow sink. So this is actually what the product used on top of half of the sink.
Absolutely. So this is an old green metal sink, and we wanted to turn it white. Taped it down the middle so you could see how dramatic the difference is. You go from this old kind of dated green sink to a contemporary looking white sink. Don't have to replace the sink, don't have to replace the fixtures. It's a simple weekend project.
Okay, now this is what took my breath away, because you know something? if you have a home with maybe just a small bathroom, it could be a guest bath, and there's that avocado green tile that makes you just want to go, ugh, or that yellow, or maybe pink, and you're like, I got to get rid of this. You know what it would cost you to knock down a wall and then redo it? Believe me, I just had a water leak in the house in Miami, and I'm having to go through the whole thing with the adjuster and the contractors, and you wouldn't believe how expensive things have gotten. In your life, you've never seen such a beautiful finish that all you do is you just paint it, seal it, and this looks like it's brand new tile and grout, and it's instant.
Absolutely. It's a weekend project. And what, Bill, you said is amazing. People never think of the fact that if they have a contractor in, it's not just the cost, but it's the time. It always takes longer than they say, and it always costs more than they say.
Now, you were saying, Tom, that this is really great, too, for people who have attempted every product there is to clean grout, and the grout looks like yuck. It's never going to get better. Yeah. Because, I mean, if you have like a tile countertop, for example, you just can coat right over it.
You can go right over the top, just like this countertop we had here. I mean, you can look at that. That countertop right here, an old kind of off-white, almost yellowish, and we actually took it and made it a beautiful slate gray.
And you just taped this off. You didn't remove the sink. Nope. You didn't remove the plumbing. Everything was done on this side where I'm standing just by taping it off properly. And it looks brand new. It looks like you put in a new mica countertop, or maybe granite, and it looks like you put in a brand new ceramic sink. I'm going to recommend that you pick your color. Now, let's go back over the colors, and then Tom's going to do another demonstration. And also, if you own or have tried the product called Resinize, we want to hear from you. The number to call is 1-866-376-8255. So it's black gloss, black satin, or black matte. These are the three blacks. And the difference is obviously, do you want a real shiny look or do you want a matte look? And you know something, Tom? I should ask, is it going to show less blemishes if they do a matte finish?
The matte finish, we've seen people use that on countertops, on cabinets. What you'll see in bathrooms typically, Bill, is a high gloss. Okay. So people like the matte as an accent to a high gloss area. So you'll see bathroom counters in a matte, looks excellent.
Okay, and then we have the pearl gray, khaki, and slate. And all three of these are available in gloss, satin, or in the matte, correct?
Correct.
So see, but we wanted to show you the colors. So those are the colors. Then we've got the ash white, the off-white, and the white. And I've got to tell you, I'm crazy about this red color for tile. You know, first of all, it's hard to find a red tile. Yes. Second of all, to change a pink tile to red would be awesome. And a bathroom that you wanted to maybe make more Miami modern. And then we've got oatmeal and plum. So it's red, oatmeal, plum, ash white, 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 slate gray, khaki, pearl, black gloss, black satin, black matte. Use express ordering. They sold out the last time we had Tom with us, and the before and afters are unbelievable.
Oh, the before and afters are great. Look at that pink. That's the classic pink bathroom we talk about that turns into this beautiful ash white and pearl gray cabinet. If you think of that job, Bill, that's a job where if you brought someone in, you're in for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, and this is something that you can do overnight.
Okay, now listen, Tom is going to do a couple demonstrations right here to show you the different treatments and surfaces that you can coat. So if you have an old floor and the floor is just like not doing it for you anymore, and by the way, this is not going to chip and peel and it's guaranteed. So once you lay the pigment, the color, and the seal, look at this.
Yep, that's a wood floor, Bill. And again, it's an epoxy resin, so it won't chip like paint. It is highly, highly durable and scratch resistant.
So how about for garage floors?
Garage floors, we actually are an indoor product. So we have not launched an outdoor product yet. So I would say anything that's in the house, as you said, rigid and a non-plastic surface, there you go. In one coat.
Look at this. You can change the floor to what looks like that Pergo floor, and it may be that the floor that's there, it's okay, but it's not your color choice. And you know, a lot of people are doing this. They're doing this DIY thing to freshen up a room. Okay, next we've got, this is porcelain tile.
This is porcelain tile. Same thing. You go right on top of tile. And again, Bill, this is one of those things that people are like, you can't cover tile, that's impossible. But again, it's an epoxy resin. It adheres unbelievably to the surface, changes it completely to anything you want, any finish, any color.
Same thing with cabinets. If you wanted to do cabinetry in the kitchen?
Yes, same thing wood cabinets.
So you would use this same product if you had ugly chocolate brown cabinets in an old home that you bought to restore and you wanted them to be crispy, fresh white, then you buy the white and you do it, or slate, or any of these pearl gray colors. Now this is like what looks like a kind of a marbleized ceramic or porcelain, and it's not marble, but if you wanted that to be modern, here you go.
There you go. Again, if you can roll, you can resinize it. Overnight, a weekend project, Bill. And one of the things you get to pick your own colors. You become your own creative designer.
So you let this color dry for how long?
You let the color dry for 24 hours.
Okay.
And then you come back the next day, and if you've picked satin or matte or gloss, you apply it the same way. It rolls on just like paint. It kind of is just as easy as what we've just done.
Is it clear, or does it have color to it?
When you put it on, it'll have a little bit of a haze to it, which actually is really good because it lets you know where you've gone.
Gotcha.
And then within 24 hours, it dries clear. It looks matte, satin, or gloss. Your choice.
Waterproof, dirt-proof, fingerprint-proof or resistant, and you're gonna love the fact that it's going to coat tile, wood, any kind of stone finish. Look at this bathroom makeover. You bought a house. It had a yellow sink. It had a yellow commode. Oy, where do you even find a yellow commode? And it had a yellow tub. You know, a lot of people don't really want a banana colored tub. So if you want to change it, maybe it's got broken chip marks, you know? Look at that brand new crispy white ceramic looking sink, and look at the commode. You just replace the toilet seat, you got a brand new looking commode. The tub, brand new tub. And it's easy to do. I'm even gonna do it over here to show you that if I can roll paint on, I mean, I'm kind of a crafty guy, you can do it. Choose your color and choose your finish. Every one of the colors are available in either gloss, satin, or matte. Okay, ready?
Show us the
On your mark, get set, let's do it. There are the colors, and I'm gonna show you just very quickly that you can just take this and you apply just enough to the roller. And it can even be a textured tile, correct?
Exactly. It can go right over texture, because what we're using here, Bill, is a foam roller. It's like the rollers that you'd find in a craft store or even a regular hardware or a home improvement store. But the foam roller actually lays down nice and smooth, and it'll give you that shiny kind of flat finish that you really want. You won't have any imperfections in the surface. Look at yours. Yours looks fantastic.
And just don't overdo it, right?
No, exactly.
You don't want to use
overdo
too
it.
much product, because otherwise you'll start to develop lines and all kinds of drip marks. Look, this is perfectly coated. I just got a little bit on the table, which I'll clean up so that our crew doesn't have to do it. All right? Because you know what? Cleanup's important if you do it while it's fresh. If you wait for stuff to dry,
then you've got something else. Because again, if you wait for it to dry, one of the benefits of the product is it's so resistant and so durable.
Ta-da!
But look at that. That's fantastic.
I mean, brand new tile. All right, listen, use express ordering, because there are some of the colors where we have fewer bottles than we do others. I just want to show you real quickly so you can make your decision. Do you want red? Do you want oatmeal or plum? This is one of the hottest colors with gray right now.
Yes.
That plums and grays. You could even do a checkerboard story if you want to.
Yes, you could if you taped it off.
Right?
Yes.
Just tape it off. There's ash white, off-white, white, slate gray, khaki, pearl gray. We have the black gloss, black satin, black matte. The two-step Resinize. That's from Tom McLaughlin, president of Resinize, and I want to thank you for being here in person.
Bill, my pleasure. Thank you so much.
What a great product. You're going to love it. We're going to go to a short break, let you know a little bit about the HSN card. When we come back, a lot more in DIY. We're going to do it yourself, get your house together, and you can